Hello, welcome to the vision board movie version. So I'm here and I'm going to talk to you about how to make a vision board but in a movie format. So this is specifically geared toward if you have an iPhone or have access to iMovie. A lot of the topics that I'll go over just kind of put you in the mood of how to get ready to make a vision movie also. So it can be beneficial if you have a different format, but I will be touching on some key points. If you have an iPhone, you can download the app, the iMovie app. I believe on the newer models, it comes standard with it. Pretty cool feature. I wasn't even aware of when I upgraded my phone. Someone pointed it out to me, and then I haven't been able to stop playing with it since. So it's really awesome, really fun, really cool, very customizable, so you can make a vision board that really sings to your heart and lights you up and lets you keep watching it over and over so you can hold that vision and keep those goals at the forefront of your mind. So first of all, what I like to advise before doing a vision board movie, anything like that, is to get into the right state of mind, get into the feels, just get into having your goals achieved. So a good way to do that is to sit down and review your goals. Hopefully you already have them written out and you know specifically what your goals are. If not, go ahead and take the time to do that. If you have more questions on that, obviously we're here to help on goal setting as well. So once you have your goals, you've read them, you've rewritten them, you've gotten in the state of it, go ahead and go and visualize that. And take however long that you want. Just basically the overall goal that I'm trying to get you to reach is to get into the state of feeling of having your goals achieved. So getting into visualization, playing around with the images, playing around with, the feels of what it's going to be like when you have your goals achieved, bringing that into your now and your present feels of reality. So you want to see it, you want to feel it, you want to engage as many of the senses in your visualization process. And they say the key is to the feeling of having your goals achieved. I like to break it down into the both feelings, not only feeling it emotionally, which is a huge component to it. You feel it emotionally and feeling the gratitude for having your goal achieved, because gratitude sends a signal. It is a signal of already receiving something. So to be able to put the emotion, the feeling of gratitude for having received, you are in the state of having received your goal. But in addition to that kind of feeling, also get into what it would feel like. Like, for example, if you want a car, what does it physically feel like to wrap your hand around that steering wheel? What does it feel like when you press on the gas and it accelerates? Is it a muscle car where you can feel the engine? Or are you into an electronic car and you love how you don't really hear anything? Get to feel all of those feelings, get to know what it sounds like, what it smells like. Again, engaging all of the senses, getting in the space of your goal achieved. So once you are already in that state of feeling, you're in the vibration, you're on that frequency, I actually see it as like you're getting on a cloud. It's clouds kind of the way I like to think of it, but actually it's on like a glass plane, but floating like clouds. Just how it really resonates with me. So you want to get in that vibration, that frequency of having your goal achieved, because, day to day we can be in a certain area, but when we take our time to get on that higher frequency, more awareness, more opportunities, you have a better vision, and there are more things that will be around. I like to get, it feels like once you're up there, you can look around and open these little magical cupboards or windows or however they might appear, and behind that, but where you open it up, you will be given an intuition, a hit, either a visualization. Something will come to you and it'll be in your awareness. So that's why it's so important to get on that high frequency, to get in the state of having your goals achieved, to feeling it, because more resources will be brought to you when you're there. Your mind's more open, basically, is the really simple way of looking at it. So once you're there, then go ahead and dive into looking for the images that you want for your movie. You probably already have some. If you haven't gone through and done this selection process already, you can go ahead and go through it. But there are probably some images that you have had saved because they really resonated with you. They lit you up. They made you feel good. They made you feel joyful. They made you feel like having your goal is achieved already. So whether you have your images already, or if you need to go ahead and set out and do that, get in that state, get in that high vibration, and then move forward and proceed toward making your movie. So again, if you're seeking out the images, just make sure they're resonating with where you're at, because you've done all the work to get in that higher vibration. Make sure when you see the image, they really resonate with you. I don't want you to ever feel that, oh, I want this particular kind of car, and then when you go looking for that kind of car, looking for images on that kind of car, nothing really just pops out at you, and you just, oh, well, I need something for my vision board, I'm going to print this out. That, I highly advise against that. Some people might not. Some people are just like, well, if it reminds you of it, that's fine. I'm big into feeling, so make sure it's something that connects with you. And sometimes it's weird, like something might just keep jumping out at you, and you don't really know why. It doesn't really fit in, or you might not think it fits in with your goals. If there's something jumping out at you and it's putting you in that high vibration, or it's resonating with you while you're in that high vibration, print it out and hold on to it. You can either print it, put it on your board, which there are a couple things on my board that are like that aren't necessarily in my mind yet correlated with the goals that I want. However, just looking at them, I can connect with that feeling more quickly. So that's helpful when I go to sit down to visualize. I can connect with it right away. So it helps me get into that state of feeling already in that higher vibration and that good, joyful feeling. So just be in tune with what you're doing. And when things jump out to you, pay attention to that. Okay, so for actually getting into making the movie on the iMovies app, once you jump in, you can select images. It will prompt you to the files in your phone, and you can select the images that you want in there. One of the really cool things in the iMovie is you can change, it's highly customizable. So you can, you can select the videos that you want, or the images or the videos. It will, if you have one picture, two picture, and then a video, it will work just fine in there for that. You can change the order that you want them to appear. You can change the length that the picture will appear on the screen. And I'll get to that one later. That was a one I played around with a lot more on my most recent one and gave me wonderful results personally. And you can also change if the pictures move. A lot of times they have the images kind of moving from one side to the other. They have like a start point and end point, and it moves. It gives movement to your movie, which is, we're drawn to movement. So you can change how it moves, how quickly it moves by adjusting length. You can also adjust whether it moves or not. You can add music. You can add sound effects. You can do a voiceover. If you choose not to have any music with it, you can add a recording. You could do, affirmations along with it, or you can say words with it. However it sounds like it would resonate with you. You can actually record your own voice or have someone else record it going along with the images. And so what you would do there is you'd get your whole movie out and then tape along your voice recording with that. So controlling the pacing of the movie. I had my most recent movie, I got it all together, and I was trying to figure out the music, and it was feeling good. I liked the images, But I was going through the music selections on there, and kind of, oh, this one might work. And I was doing what I was basically advising you not to do, is like, just, well, something's got to work, right? And it takes time. So I told myself to chill out and be patient, and that what I was looking for was in there. And sure enough, I came across one of the sound selections, the music selections, and I put it on there, and I really liked the feeling of the music. But it was weird because when I put it all together and I had it in a movie, it still didn't work right. And I was a little confused, but I realized it was just the pacing of the pictures. I know to keep them a little bit shorter, for me personally, is good. I like images, and I wanted like that vibe, the feeling of a lot of mine is centered around the movie making industry and my goals for a movie that I want to be in. And it reminds me, and I want to do it back in California. I miss California. I miss the feeling of being there. And California for me had a very specific vibe to it. And I wasn't getting that when I was watching the movie. And I realized, I'm like, I want that vibe. And so I was able to quicken or shorten the length of how long the images appeared, but I also was able to, other things were like find the farthest set point on one image, one side of the picture, and the farthest set point on the other, and then shorten the length, and then it would make it go, it would move as well more quickly. And not only would it shorten the time on there, but it would also make a faster movement across the screen. So that helped pick up the pace to it and gave me that feel, that energy that I was looking for. And it also matched the music. I mean, not perfectly, but it matched the feeling of the music. So that's something that you can play around with. If I want to, switch and do a different type of movie that might, maybe if I want to have a vacation or something like that, I'd probably spread out the images a lot longer and let it just get into the feel of each picture and just really enjoy each picture. Have a more subtle music and, just slow down the pace of it that way. And probably even have some still shots in there or a real slow in point. So you can play around with that. That this time made a huge impact on me, just a big difference from what the movie I had before. So I think that's why I'm emphasizing the point, because it's new and I'm excited about it, and it felt so much different. So let me see, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, you control the pacing for the overall feel. And again, don't force anything, even though, I still find myself going, oh no, let me just make it work. No, the right thing for you is out there. So if something's not quite fitting, just be patient. And another part of it is when I was making it, I remember thinking, is this enough images? Is this right? Is this? Then when I just let it go, just tinkering around, I would get another idea. So if you're focused on worrying about, is this good enough? Is this right? That's where your mind's going to stay. But when you can let it go, you open up your mind to possibility. And as I was just playing with it, I remembered, oh, there's this real estate place. I wanted to check this out. Maybe I can get some more images. Or one time I was doing it, and for some reason I just randomly checked my email, and there was a new listing on a house, and it had a just gorgeous picture with it. So, be open and listen to those intuitive guidance hits that pop up and just follow it. And then if it leads to something that lights you up, you're on the right path. If not, it was still worth a try. So don't force it, be open, be relaxed, and just pay attention to how it makes you feel. And then always remember, with that, I remember thinking when I was worried about it, well, how do I know if it's enough and everything? And then once I let it go, I had everything. I played it, I'm like, there it is. There was no worry with it. And I watch this movie all of the time. Each time I watch it, it gets me pumped. It gets me super excited. It's still working its magic. And another really cool thing is If it doesn't work out, if you start watching it a couple days later, like, ah, no, that's not really what I was wanting, you can change it. And that's what I really like about it. It's so customizable and adjustable. So once you have it all together, you can save it, and then you can do what you want with that. I normally download it to YouTube, unlisted. I download it to my YouTube, and then I can do anything with that from there. If I want to, change it into a MP4 file, email it, whatever I want to be able to do with it, I can do that from there. But what's really neat is you can go back in and edit that movie. I believe if it still has access to those photos, so you can put those in a particular file. You can put it in like an iMovie file or a vision board file, and then make sure that you have those. So if you want to adjust your movie, you still have those images you can play with. Other than that, if you have any other questions, anything you want me to go in deeper with, or you just need a hand figuring something out, please, you can contact me directly at mel@masterfulmanifestors.com. That is my email. And we can either set something up, or if you have a quick question, I can just answer you in email form. If you have any questions for any of the other coaches, please contact them as well. Reach out and we'll get you in touch. So have fun with it. Enjoy those visions now. Act as if. All the wonderful things. You've got this. You have amazing dreams that you deserve to have soon. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.